Yo, what is going on, guys, and welcome back to Top 10 Fortnite. Today I'm going to be doing a full settings tutorial and guide, basically showing you guys all the settings that I use in Fortnite. And I am a controller player, so if you're PC players, I can't really show you any of the settings I would use for like sensitivity and keybinds and stuff, but I will show you some of the other settings I use for like visual stuff on console. So if you're a console and controller player, this will help you out a lot because I will be showing all the keybinds and stuff I use. So for the graphics side, I use the 100% brightness. I use 1x for the user interface contracts, and I keep the colorblind mode off. I know if you use this and then turn it up, it makes it to where you can see in the storm and stuff. But personally, I don't think it's worth it because my game looks a lot better when I use it like this. I keep the motion blur off and the show FPS off. A lot of people like to have the show FPS on, but personally I just think it looks better in game without it there. I mean, especially on console, you know your console is going to be somewhere around 60 FPS. You don't really need to see it. On PC, it's probably a different story. You probably should have it on, but console, I think you should probably have it off. For the movement, I keep toggle sprint off, and I use sprint by default on. I like sprint by default because it's a lot easier on my controller and stops the controller from breaking from hitting that sprint button all the time. And it's going to feel weird at first, but eventually you'll get really used to it and it'll just become usual. I mean, you'll get on other games and want to not hit the sprint buttons. The sprint cancel reload I have off, and the auto open doors I have off. I have hold to swap pickup off, toggle targeting off, mark danger when targeting on, auto pickup weapons off, and auto sort consumables to the right on. The reason I like this is because I pretty much always put the consumables to the right anyways unless I have a sniper. For the building settings, for the reset building, I have it on, and I have disable pre-edits on. The reason you want this on is because rarely will you need to use pre-edits anyways. It's basically like where you pre-edit a door into every build you put. You're usually not going to want to do that, even though. Next, for turbo building, we have that on. That's something you're always going to want on. It makes it to where you can build 1,000 times faster. It's basically like one of the best features in Fortnite. I play with confirm edit on release on. It makes me edit a lot faster. I know a lot of people don't like it, but personally, once I got used to it, I liked it a lot. Under the tutorial setting, I have the contextual tips off just because that's really something for new players. It shows helpful tips and stuff. I don't need that. I know how to play Fortnite. I've been playing since the beginning. For the extra game options, I turned invert view off, invert airborne controls on, turbo delete and creative mode on, and tap to search on. This basically just makes it to where you don't have to hold down the square button when you open chest. For replays, I have all of the replay settings on. For the HUD scale, I had the HUD scale at 90%. I wouldn't go under 75%. And then I keep all of this stuff on. For the controller sensitivity, I have controller auto run off and the build immediately builder pro on. For the edit hold time, I have it at the lowest it can go because you don't want to have to hold the button down to try to edit. For vibration, I have that off just because it can mess you up a little bit. For my look sensitivity and my ADS sensitivity, I have it at an 8, which is pretty fast. And then for my build mode sensitivity multiplier, I have it at 3.5 because when you're building, you're not going to be looking as much for accuracy. You're going to be trying to build fast. And you're going to want to be able to turn around to crank 90s and stuff, so I turned that up quite a bit. And I turned the edit mode sensitivity even more up. And I have used advanced options on. For the look horizontal speed and look vertical speed, I have those both at 55%. And I have the turning horizontal boost and the turning vertical boost at 55%. For the turning boost ramp time, I have that at 0.35%. And I have instant boost when building off. For the ADS look horizontal and vertical speed, I have those both at 32%. I have these both at 0%. And I have the ADS turning boost ramp time at 0.20%. Under the advanced sensitivity, I have the look dampening time at 0.20%, and I have an exponential look input curve. I have the aim assist strength at 100% because obviously you're going to want the aim assist to be as strong as possible. It even says on the settings that lowering this setting is not recommended. I have the left stick dead zone at 20% and the right stick dead zone at 5%. And I also have the enable foot controller off because most of you guys aren't going to have a controller that you'd need that for. For the volume, I have the music all the way down and the rest of them at 100%. For the sound, I have 3D headphones on and visualize sound effects off. These are my voice chat settings. You can copy them if you want, but they're all just personal preference. If you're a YouTuber, you're going to want to turn the licensed audio off. I keep mine on because I don't record when I'm going to be listening to licensed audio anyways. And if I have to, I can edit it out. But especially if you're a streamer, you're definitely going to want to have that off. For my controller keybinds, I basically have just the basic keybinds, except I switched my edit button to the left arrow. The reason you do that is because if you have it on circle, then that's also your build, because circle is also your build mode, so then you get confused. So you're definitely going to want to switch it to something else. I personally put it on the left arrow. It was kind of an accident because I set it to that before because it's something that I wouldn't touch because I used to play with paddles. But when I quit playing with paddles, I was able to get used to this pretty quick. And I'm able to edit pretty fast like this. I think it's a pretty good button to use. A lot of people also like the touchpad as a good button to use with that, so that might work for you. But those are all my settings, guys. If you did go on to enjoy this video, be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If this video helped you out, the support would mean a lot to me. But with all that being said, I'm out, dudes. Peace.